What's up, investors? It is a Friday night. The week is over, and there are plenty of topics to talk about today. Here's the list: a trade update, then Smith & Wesson conundrum at number 2. Number 3, the straight chat for next week, and then finally a little quick update on the Robinhood Roth IRA. The story of the $100 continues, and we'll see how that performs over time. I am going to go into accounts. It was a pretty good one. Apple had a monstrous day of up 3.76%, but the account was only up a couple percent. I'm not that leveraged on Apple anymore, and the rest of the account was fairly flat. I'm going to go into the option trade and tell you the story of what happened here, basically, over the course of the week. So I had a calendar spread put on, and I was trying to exit it on Friday, and after like 10 attempts, I just couldn't exit it for the save my life, and I was busy with other things again. And so I just kind of let the short leg expire again, just like I did last week. But this time it worked in my favor because I was looking to get rid of those extra 100 Apple shares, if you remember, that I gained from last week's expiration. And that's exactly what happened. I got rid of them. There was a notification here, of course, that my option got assigned. And so I was credited a little bit less than $14,900. So that worked out all right. And what I'm left with basically now is essentially a credit spread after all this drama for next week with $149 strike price on the call option that is being bought and 152.5 on the call option that's being sold. Now I'm okay with that. I might actually close out the option that I bought if it goes up, and I might close out the option that's being sold on the way down with Apple, depending on how next Monday goes. By judging the last movement of stocks in the last hour, it looks like Monday is probably going to be a pretty nice day. So I'm guessing I'm going to have to sell one of my calls or the call that I bought. But we'll see. I mean, I'm not trying to make any kind of prediction, so I'm just watching the markets at this point. Let's move on to the next topic here, the Smith & Wesson conundrum. So as I've talked before, Smith & Wesson has had some issues keeping their financials in check. Now, recent performance tells us that it's actually doing all right. I mean, maybe the market knows something that I don't, but look at this performance over the last few days. So it went from 1060 essentially to 1125, including this really aggressive aftermarket move from 1110 to 1123. And I don't know if the market knows something or someone knows something, but I haven't heard anything on the news. Perhaps there are some good news coming in, or people are expecting good news from this company. The expectation, at least according to Robinhood, is 30 cents per share on the report, which is not significantly hot. I mean, it's about on par with the last 2 quarters. So I'm not expecting anything magical, but if you remember, what I'm looking forward from this company is to get the balance sheet in order. Like, the spend on the new office and infrastructure was way above what I expected personally, and so it caused me to completely exit the position. And I did say that I'll get back in, but I can't enter at this level. I would have to listen to the next report and see the direction, the trajectory of their cash spend, which is what I'm watching. So I will wait for that, which is going to come out probably on March, somewhere around March 8, March 9. So I'm going to be watching for that and try to make a decision on whether or not it's worth trying to go heavily into the company again, or just going in, period. I don't have any shares at the moment. They're all gone. So that's what I'm watching. I'm really, if it goes up though, if there are good news and it goes up a lot, I'm probably not going to enter. If there are bad news, but good for me, right? So let's say the earnings disappoint or whatever, the revenue top line disappoints, but their cash spend is under control and perhaps even rising, and their payout ratio is still in fairly good shape and sustainable, then I might enter the company even though the company's going down. So I'm really curious to see and listen to that conference call and see if I can make some decisions. I will share my thought process here with you and tell you what my decision is. In fact, if I do a rash decision, I'll post it on the community tab under YouTube, where I've been posting a lot lately. I try to post all my trades real time, or at least the vast majority of them, or a majority of them. Sometimes I just don't get the time, but I'm trying to post every trade, and so if you see something pop up, that means I've just done it. Okay, next is the trade strat for next week. I actually already articulated it more or less. I have a credit call that I've been stuck with, credit call spread, and now we're going to keep that. I'm probably going to exit one of the options on Monday and let the other one ride. And I might put on a new trade on Monday, depending on what I think is best. Might do another calendar. I may do some iron condors. I may do some credit put or call spreads. So it depends. We'll see how things turn out. I will have $7,700 to operate with, and that's quite a bit. I may take a big swing on a particular trade, so that may or may not be exciting. All right, so that's the agenda for next week, and let's do a quick update on this huge, enormously large Robinhood Roth IRA that I started. So the way you can find it here is by clicking on the retirement tab, which is the fourth tab on the main menu up at the top. Or you can, I think it's the third tab on the phone app from left to right. It goes trading account, then your crypto account, I guess, and then your retirement account. So this is the Roth right here. I have a free dollar from Robinhood, so I'm sitting at 101.82. And what's interesting is that it gives me like a little pending. I like the history over here. Look, when you contributed the $100, it gives you that little like Robinhood extra retirement dollar cash. It's kind of neat. I like it. And then of course it gives you the warnings that you're going to be receiving a dividend here. My first dividend from Realty Income is going to be coming in at 10 cents. Huge. And then a Vanguard Total Bond ETF is going to be parting with 0.06 cents and giving it to me. So that's going to be cool. But the main position in the individual trading account, the dividend looks a little bit larger, right, at $113.43. Let's see how that compares to the previous dividend, 110. So if I let this go, this will increase by roughly, 100, with roughly $3 every month, if this is correct. Let's see, 0.2545. And the previous one was at, I can't even tell. Is it not listed in here? Oh no, I didn't want to download it. Oh no. Oh, there it is. 2485. Is there some kind of mistake here? What's going on? 2485. This number should be bigger. 2445. Did they actually decrease the dividend for a first time ever? 2545. Am I not reading this right? 25. Oh yeah, I'm not reading it right. So this is 2. So they actually had an increase, one of their annual increases in dividends, I guess. I thought that was a 4. I thought that was a 5. Excuse me. So they had their first ever. I guess it makes sense. It's the first month of the year, so the first and only increase of dividends for the year. So that's pretty cool. An increase of $3 per month. That stacks up quite a bit on average. 3 times 12 is 36 or something like that. So that's $36 extra per year. And it also cumulative, right? So it's actually going to be more than $36, probably like 37 something. because with the reinvestment mechanic, with the dividend reinvestment mechanic, the total amount that you get dividends on increases every month. So that's great. So I just got a $37 raise. Let's go. All right. So that's the investment account here. The Roth IRA is really positive 1%. Pretty cool. This is what the 3-month chart looks like. 1 month chart. So the three investment in this investment account, if you're curious as to what I've done, basically done an equal weight. I've done an equal weight. You can see the top right here. Realty income, so some real estate, VOO, which is a total market fund, and then BND, which is a total bond market fund, and then the cheapest, lowest expense ratio gold fund that I could find, which is the Goldman Sachs Gold Fund, AAAU. If you're wondering, no, you can't trade options on the IRA accounts on Robinhood. There are some brokerages that allow it, I believe. Robinhood is not one of those. Oh, I do like this little chart they have too down here. You see the circle? Currently, I've taken advantage of $1 free that they offer. So that's cool. So for every $100, they'll give you a free dollar basically that you invest with Robinhood, and this will fill up. I might actually switch some money from my individual account into this account just to get advantage of these free dollars, right? Stacks up over time. We'll see. I haven't made up my mind. I kind of want to keep it at 100 and see how it does over the years. This is the performance of the account here roughly over the month, if you're wondering. Up 1% over the week, up 1.6%. The rest of the numbers that I've talked about in previous videos, they don't make much sense because of the transfer of money in and out. In any case, that is basically all I got for you today. I'm going to be posting trades live next week on Monday if I do some, so look for that in the community tab. If there's a type of trade that you'd like to see, like a type of options trade or any kind of trade that you want to see done here on the channel or explained or both, I'm willing to do it. Like if you want to see some kind of diagonal spread or anything you got questions about, if you want to see it done here on the channel, I will do it for you and explain what I'm doing. I might even do it live if I have the time during the day. All right. With that said, peace out.